Alright, welcome back. Okay, so we are taking on our next level. And this one is going to be kind of in a tropical rainforest. And it's called A Walk in the Park. Gotta love early aughts humor. Lots of puns.
Oh, smell that fresh rainforest there. See the cute wallabies.
Well,
Surf the slippery water slide. Watch out for those leeches.
yeah, leeches are no bueno. Leeches are not good. And as far as cute wallabies go, that's... Yeah, I mean, I guess in 2000 or whatever, it's fine, but... Again, this game is... It's kind of more of a port, not really a remastering, so it is going to show its age. Also, hey, first golden cog. Super easy to find. Not that big of a deal. However, I will have to use the cheat codes to find some of the other collectibles in this area. Not right off the bat, but again, some of these orbs, oh boy. It's like the last 5 are always the most difficult to find. And also I had a little bit of issues finding one of the bilbies. So, I mean,
G'day, Ty.
Again, with these collectathons, you know, it's always the most minor collectibles that give you some trouble at the end.
This time, that truck has broken down at the end of the forest road.
Oh boy.
But if that
Getting
isn't
Sonic the Hedgehog vibes from this
spotted
character.
some blue-tongued lizards nearby. You reckon you can give her a hand? You bet. I'm on my way.
Okay, so we're introduced to Shazza. I think Shaz is a nice character, but wow, yeah, you can definitely tell. Is this a furry game? Possibly. Wait, no, definitely. I guarantee you, the second that character was created, the second any of these characters were created, just instantly, fan artist, go, just start drawing immediately. And not the most safe for work material, I assure you. I haven't looked it up, but I assume it's out there. It's not good. But I mean, you know, to each their own. I mean, it just kind of goes with the territory, you know? You make a Sonic the Hedgehog style, you make kind of a edgy Sonic the Hedgehog style mascot character, and all of a sudden, yeah, no, you kind of get all the baggage that goes with it. Granted, not nearly as prolific as some Sonic fan art, but then again, I don't think anything will get quite to that level.
Here's some free advice. Certain enemies deflect your rings with their thick skins, but are hopeless against those pearly
Its
white
eyeballs are
scales.
floating away from its head.
So sometimes you have to bite the bad guy.
Its pupils are not connected to its eyeballs. And it's dead. We put that horrible abomination to rest. It wasn't truly living.
Here's some free advice.
We already did that, Mori. It's fine. Sometimes Mori might say something different after you do the certain tutorial that he gives you. That's kind of why I try talking to him after I do something. Because occasionally Mori might say, yeah, you did pretty good, mate. Did pretty good, but keep going. Stuff like that, you know? The music here is actually pretty relaxing. Nice little mix of electric guitar. I dig it. Oh my goodness. Fortunately, fall damage is not that big of a deal. Ever so slightly. But from the skybox, it's not really like a traditional, shower. I believe there's actually a proper term for this. I think it's called the sun shower. When I was a very small child, and I saw rain during the middle of the day, and, you know, it wasn't super cloudy, I'd always call it day rain. I was not a very creative child. But apparently the real proper name is a lot cooler. Sun shower. I like it. But then again, this is a, rain forest, so I suppose it makes sense that there'd be rain here. In this forest of rain. Now, I know Australia has a lot of animals that are kind of like, you don't want to really go to Australia because there's a lot of stuff that will kill you. Like spiders, like all kinds of lizards and snakes and sharks. And I guess frickin' thyssalines, if those still existed, if we didn't, like, drive them to extinction. Drop bears. You know, all this kind of stuff. I don't think giant Hercules beetles were on the docket. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. There's also that horrible bush that will just rip off your back.
Listen, Ty, before you tackle this water slide, there are a few things you need to know. You can speed up and duck under the logs by pressing the bite button. And you can slow down by pulling back on the movement stick.
So hey, we kind of got a bit of a Sonic the Hedgehog style, like, action scene, but you can control the speed and make it look really goofy. I'm really holding back because I want to collect all these orbs. And also because it looks kind of silly. Just go really slow on this, because why not? Yeah, extreme! And I still keep getting hit by rocks. Oh, goodness. Extreme Australia! Oh, look, a new character. And a pie. Nice. Oh, God! Ah! Leeches! Maury warned me about the leeches, but I didn't listen! Let's go talk to this guy.
G'day, Cobber.
G'day, Ranger Ken.
I need a favour, mate. There's a flock of cave bats in there.
Cave bats?
It's nearly the wet season, and we need to move them out before the caves flood.
No worries.
So apparently Ranger Ken here is a Tasmanian devil. And also these frogs are floating in midair. Holy crap! Australia is full of weird things. Australia is super unpredictable. Anyway, sorry about that. So yeah, Ranger Ken. I feel like I read that he's a Tasmanian devil. So kind of like Taz. But he's a lot calmer than Taz ever was. And I've never heard the term cobber before. I just assume that's another Australian term. That's fine. It's cool. Again, as far as I know, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, at least the first one, was made by Australians, for Australians, and everyone else. So I feel like they got some actual authentic Australian voice actors. I feel like they did, at least from Maury. If not, he seems like he's doing a pretty decent job. But then again, I wouldn't know. I would not know. But I think they actually move on to... I feel like at least they recasted Ty to, like, Greg Ellis. I'm almost positive that's who they recasted. I don't know why. I mean, the first guy seemed fine. I don't know. Maybe one reason or another. I haven't really looked into this all that much. But then again, after Taiwan, it kind of gets a little less about Australia and more about, like, Sonic the Hedgehog Freedom Fighter stuff. Again, I know I keep bringing that up, but seriously, look up Tai 2 or Tai 3 or Tai 4 for that matter, and you will see what I'm talking about. There are giant mech suits. There's fighting dark monsters like from frickin' Kingdom Hearts. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Especially for, like, a cartoon, like, platformer like Tai. Just gets really goofy in the other games. Tai gets, like, gauntlets and stuff like that. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about that. That's kind of why I'm just touching the first one. Again, this and Jak and Daxter both go in completely, like, new directions, like, with the sequel. Again, I'm bringing back that cursed first playthrough of Jak and Daxter. Oh my goodness, my playthrough of that game was not great. I admit that. But I leave that playthrough on my channel just to remind myself it could always be worse. Don't ever do that again. But again, like in Jak and Daxter, it goes from like a basic Naughty Dog platformer, kind of like in the same kind of vein as Crash Bandicoot, sort of, but a bit more open worldy. And then in Jak 2, it goes to a GTA clone. And Jak has a goatee. And the first thing he says, like, I'm gonna kill Praxis. And then, you know, there's a lot more swearing and more fan service and guns and vehicle sections and escort missions. Oh boy, it's all great. And then they have a kart racing game later on with Jak X. Oh man. But with Ty, it doesn't really go more edgy. Well, I mean, kind of, sort of. I feel like Ty goes more anime. Ty goes more anime and Sonic than edgy. Even though, like, the marketing campaign, at least that one commercial was, they were trying to make Ty seem edgy, but in-game, Ty might have, like, look edgy, but he really isn't. He's kind of a nice guy to most of the NPCs. Like, he's a pretty cool and relaxed guy. And he's actually a little goofy from point to point. I mean, I don't know. The only edge he kind of shows is to Boss Cass and all his minions and stuff like that. But then again, that's more because the guy locked away his family in some weird quasi-dimension or whatever.
On ya, mate. Here's something for your troubles.
Oh, you beauty!
Again, these leeches!
Good job on hurting
They
those
go
bats.
directly for Ty's face!
No problem, Ranger Ken.
His species is already extinct. Give the boy a break. I feel like I made a tweet about... I feel like my tweet for the first episode of this series was just saying, like, the edgiest platformer of the aughts. And that's how they were marketing it, but again, Ty doesn't really seem all that edgy. It just seems kind of like a good old family-friendly platformer. With some jank here and there, but you know, it's still a pretty fun romp. It's a good time for the whole family. Especially if you like Australia. Not sure how accurate a representation this game is of Australia. Probably not very, considering it's a lot more talking animals, and there's not nearly as many ways to die in this game as there is in actual Australia, at least from what I've heard. But I dig it. Played a bit of the other games in the series when I was a kid, and yeah, no, it's... I don't know. I feel like this is probably the best version. I feel like this is probably the best one of the series. Or maybe that's not fair. It's been a while since I played them. I feel like this one's the most down-to-earth of the series. Oh, look, a Thunder Egg. And we have a whole cutscene for it. Ty, just grab it. Just grab... What the shit? Alright. That was a cutscene. So I believe that's a turkey. I think it's a turkey. Are turkeys native to Australia? Are there turkeys in Australia? I guess. Because I'm pretty sure that's one. Forgive me. I'm not entirely familiar with the whole fauna and flora of Australia. So I wouldn't know. Either way, we have to chase this thing, which ate the Thunder Egg. And probably just beat it out of it. With boomerangs. Or bite it. Also, hey, a bilby. What is it about mushrooms that always give off the impression of, like, hey, in a platformer, these should bounce. These always should make you bounce. Again, I'm getting back to like Sonic comparisons. I feel like in a lot of platformers, mushrooms always give that impression of like, these are bouncy. Jump on them for more air. I forget if they do that in Mario as well. I know in Mario the joke is, eat mushroom, get bigger. Ha ha ha. Big funny. I'm just curious where that I assumed like the idea of mushrooms are bouncy platforms came from Sonic. I might be wrong on that, but it feels like that's the most popular version of this. Stop sneaking, just attack. Never stop attacking. Just constantly throw boomerangs at this thing and try to bite its head off. At this point, I'm getting pissed. Give me the Thunder Egg. It doesn't have to be this way. Give me the Thunder Egg and the pain stops. Why do you even want it? Just give it to me, damn it! How many boomerangs do I have to throw at you for you to get this point? I'm probably doing this the wrong way, but this thing is pissing me off. At this point during the recording, I was just so pissed at this thing. I just want the Thunder Egg. Give it to me. Stop running. Give it to me. A literal wild goose chase. Oh my goodness. And the noises that it's making is just taunting me. Damn it. Give me the Thunder Egg. Gonna try sneaking. Maybe sneaking will help. Nope, no it doesn't. Why even put it in there? Give me the Thunder Egg. Yes, got you. I beat it out of it. Ugh. That was unnecessarily annoying. No thank you. No more of that, please. So according to the Tasmanian tiger, bilbies are cute. Kangaroos are evil. I'm not sure, like... I mean, I've seen the video of that one kangaroo holding a guy's dog hostage, and then the guy just punches the kangaroo in the face. I've seen that. But I feel like that was done after Ty won. I don't know. When did Kangaroo Jack come out? Because I don't know if Kangaroo Jack was necessarily the antagonist, but he definitely was like a bit of a snarky asshole in that movie. I say that, you know, based on the one scene in Kangaroo Jack that had a talking kangaroo in it. I saw that movie when I was a kid, and I immediately thought, like, from the box cover and the promotional material, it was like, oh man, it's a wisecracking kangaroo who's talking in all kinds of Australian slang and stuff like that. He's gonna do a big old hip-hop rap or whatever. But it turned out to be this live-action movie about this kangaroo who had this sweatshirt on it that it got from these guys, and it had money or drugs in it. I forget. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Probably money. Probably money. Hey, it's Shazza.
G'day, Shazza.
Oh, Shivers.
Ah.
Oh,
Ouch.
Ty, am I glad to see you. Would you mind keeping those blue tongues off me back while I fill up my watering bottle?
No worries.
Thanks, Possum. Hit the boulders with your rang so they knock the blue tongues out of the way.
I failed the first time doing this, but you kind of get the gist of how this minigame works. Also, okay, I'm going to talk about this one more time, and then I'm going to stop. Because I really don't want to talk about this, okay? But, I'm trying to think. When was Rouge the Bat introduced into the Sonic the Hedgehog series? Give me a minute. I need to figure out which one came first. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Sonic the Hedgehog 2 came out in 2001. That's when Rouge the Bat was introduced. Okay, let's see when Ty came out. I know I probably should know this offhand, but I don't. Okay, Ty came out in 2002. Okay,
Almost there.
so was Shazza
Have
just...
another go.
So was the idea of like, hey, let's just throw in another cute little character. Let's throw in a cute little dingo girl, because Shazza is a dingo. They don't mention it, but she is. Let's throw in a cute little dingo girl in our Australian platformer. Or was it, hey, those guys at Sega, they tried making a really sexy looking bat character. Let's try to one-up them by making a dingo in like a Daisy Duke plaid shirt and some short shorts. Let's see if we can't top them. Was that the intention? I sincerely hope not. I don't know. That was such a weird... That was so weird. Like, for that character to be introduced. Rouge the Bat, I mean. Because Rouge was introduced into a children's platforming game with, you know, visible cleavage as a bat. And what I'm trying to get, my point here is, I don't understand furries. I really don't. Well, I kind of do, but I don't want to.
Well,
Why?
I better get a move on.
Whatever.
Soon, Puffin.
Shaz is cool. She's fine. Even though her talking animation, it hasn't really aged all that well. Doesn't look great. I think Ty might be the only one who like looks slightly okay talking. Like it doesn't look, you know, 2002. Not entirely. But then again, Ty's mouth is on one side of his face. So, I don't know. It's hard to... Again, this game is fun. It's a charming little platformer, but it shows its age. It shows its age pretty, yeah.
Let's you and me race, bro.
And look at this character. I think this guy's like a beaver. Although I don't see a tail. Maybe like a Nutra rat. I don't know, man. I don't know all of Australia's flora and fauna. I already said this, but still. Also, this character doesn't have a name. At least he doesn't introduce himself, so I don't know who this person is. But apparently he has a Thunder Egg, and we need to frickin' surf our way down to get it. Because we're in 2002, baby, and we're extreme like the 90s.
I did it!
Wow, you won. You got lucky as all.
And apparently my goggles are my eyeballs. Please help.
Time I'll beat you.
I can only see the world in blue. It's a bit disorienting, mate. They are his eyeballs, cause they freaking like adjust, like with his eyes. Also, speaking of eyes, I noticed this when looking back on episode 1. Ty has the same eyeballs as Sonic, as in he has one colossal giant eye, ever so slightly separated by just a like part of his brow. But I think he has one giant eye. Why is that a thing? Why did you adopt that aspect from Sonic the Hedgehog? You didn't need to. You can make like a little bridge to, you know, separate the eyes and not have them as one giant eyeball with two pupils. Ugh. Why is there no comic of Kirby coming out of Ty's eyeball face? Oh wait, because it's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger and not Sonic the Hedgehog. That would explain it. I love those frogs jumping animation. It's great. It's fantastic. Triple S all around. I will say, at the very least, and this is going to be a weird thing to notice, but at the very least, Ty kind of like wags his tail whenever he gets a collectible, so it's kind of there to do a thing. He wags like a little dog. Sonic doesn't do that with his tail. Although if Sonic didn't have his tail, it looked off. He'd have like Hank Hill ass. He'd have nothing there. It'd be weird to look at. I don't know. It's a weird thing to notice, but I thought it was a cute little detail. Apparently these Rafflesias, I think that's how you pronounce them. Rafflesias? Not sure. Those big ol' horrible, like, stink death plants that Gloom and Vileplume are based off of. Those things. Sure, mushrooms I understand. Mushrooms I understand being bouncy. Fine. Why are those things like cannons? You don't jump in those and hey, you get another big boost. You jump in those and you die. Don't give small children bad ideas of what Rafflesias do. Rafflesias? Stink plants. Don't give them ideas about those kind of plants. Those will kill you. I'm pretty sure. They smell horrible, I know that much. Absolutely vile. Hey, that's why they had the name Vile. Anyway. But yeah, we're collectibles over here. It's okay. We got most of them. We want to get all of them. I'm still looking for the rest of those bilbies. Again, I'm going to have to use the cheat code to basically home in on them. But I do believe we have all of our orbs. So let's go ahead and go cash them in for a Thunder Egg. Again, the issue of looking for collectibles all over the map, you know, in big open maps, is going to get worse whenever the maps get bigger. Right here and with two up in here, it's not quite as bad because they're still kind of like closed in and you can kind of work around it. It's fine. But with bigger ones, like in the next update, which are really freaking huge and have multiple kind of like traversal methods to deal with, yeah, then I kind of have to crack at the cheat codes a little bit more often than not at all. On one hand, yes, I think cheat codes are awesome. I think cheat codes are really cool. It's a thing that we haven't seen in like ages. So it's a nice little bygone product. Not necessarily action replays, but you know, actual cheat codes where you get to punch in like combinations of buttons and directions and stuff like that. You know, I miss that kind of stuff. Wonderful 101's like remastered versions have cheat codes, but they're just like passwords that you punch in, which are also cool. But they also had like a physical cheat code that you do in certain sections of the game, which were also pretty cool. I liked it, and basically the way you did it was by making the platinum symbol. But doesn't matter. Getting off topic here. Fortunately, me being able to use the cheat codes in Ty the Tasmanian Tiger makes this LP a lot more doable for me. Because again, as opposed to just having to look at a guide and just go like, okay, here, what did I miss? I don't know. But with this one, like with the cheat codes on this one, I can find stuff a lot easier and not waste nearly as much time. And also, I can save a lot of time through the power of editing. Hey, Thunder Egg! Yeah! Alright. So thanks to the power of editing, I can find that last Bilby pretty easily. instead of, wasting up to 5 to 10 minutes. There it is. Thunder Egg. And that is what the cheat code looks like. Little lights. Alright, we got all the Thunder Eggs from Walk in the Park. Time for more collectibles! Oh, we're still missing a few Thunder Eggs left for Julius. But we'll get them in the next update. And then we'll be able to use that big old contraption to find ourselves a talisman. Oh, hey. Well, that's just blocked off for progression. But hey, you know what? Julius mentioned something about, hey, if you get enough golden cogs, I'll be able to create you new boomerangs, new Techno Rings. So that sounds like a pretty cool idea to me. Let's go grab some of those. But hey, look, green lights. Look at all these collectibles out here in the area. All over the place. Well, let's get some Techno Rings.
We need at least this many fire thunder eggs to power the talisman machine. Why is this so? The power of the Flammaranius eggs convert extraneous matter into a Walsh matrix for the production of plasma.
Sure.
With options on a dual overhead multi-valve 4-speed automatic transaxle, this gives us illusory results.
Illusory results?
Keep looking, Ty.
Well, that means it's not real then, right? Give me a Techno Ring.
Oh my! You found enough golden cogs, haven't you? These will be perfect for my latest invention.
What is it?
I call it the Cogulacious Boomerangerous Extrapolator.
Really getting into that one.
It's a machine I designed to create cutting-edge techno rings. Oh my! This is very nice.
Hey!
A zoomerang!
Look at that!
The zoomerang has a built-in telescopic aimer. Press the Ty's view button to activate it.
Whatever
The
that
movement
means.
stick to aim and the camera stick to zoom in and out on enemies for greater throwing accuracy. No worries. To select it,
So
use
Julius
the
just made a
previous
sniper rang.
and next rang buttons to cycle through your collection.
Cool. So they go really far. You can snipe people with boomerangs. Alright. Sure. Oh, look at it. Just floating there. And one's sink, and one's at the bottom of the water, just tempting me, taunting me. Anyway. Well, we got our new Techno Ring. Zoomerangs. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can just snipe things. You can attack from a long distance. It's pretty cool. Not bad. Not bad. There's a lot cooler Techno Rings later on, but we'll get to those. But hey, check this out. Yeah! Rainbow scale. And there's a whole bunch of them around this area. We'll get more later on. Again, it's one of those. It's kind of like a Mega Man / Castlevania thing. I keep bringing up a lot of different video games that this game kind of pulls inspiration from. At least I feel that it does. A Metroid thing, you might say. Get new power-ups to access new areas and new abilities, but in the form of boomerangs.
Yes, yes, Thunder Eggs power this talisman machine. Make sure you visit all the portals.
Anyway, that'll do it for this update. In the next update, we'll be taking on another stage, and hopefully we'll have enough Thunder Eggs to power Julius's machine. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next update. Until then, See ya.